Hello again, everybody. Tiger727 back with another video. First time I think I've done 2 videos in 2 days. It's pretty late right now. It's going on about 1:30, quarter to 2 in the morning. Just want to show a few pickups that I got. Excuse me. And I want to show a PSA submission I'm going to be doing here probably in the next week or two. I got to send my cards up to Dodgers Card Guy 35 and get these submitted. I had a funny comment on my last video about the PSAs. They'll probably be vintage by the time they come back, which is probably true, the way things are going with PSA. So, but I thought that was quite funny. So we'll get to the cards in the background here in just a minute. I picked these up just a couple weeks ago. A couple Tim Andersons. He was killing my Tigers. Started off really hot for the first couple weeks of the season. So I just picked up, this is actually a rookie over here, or a rookie prospect or something like that, top prospect card. And then I picked up his 2020 Topps Chrome. Figured, not too much money-wise. Back in June, I think it was, late May, early June, where I told you I fell into the Topps 20 project, Project 2020. So, big Ripken fan, always have been for years, so I had to pick up the Ripken. Thought that was a nice card. Pretty happy with that one. Clemente, I wish I had picked up all the Clementes. I think down the road, once I'm done with more of my expensive, PCs and stuff like that I'm working on, the 68 team and stuff like that, I might actually try to get some vintage Clementes other than the couple I already have. But I'd like to get some more of his vintage stuff down the road. Always a big fan. And there's the Trout. Couldn't let this one pass up. Basically a reprint of his rookie, but nice card. These are actually, I think these are the last Project 2020s that I bought. I don't think I have any more coming in the mail. And when I bought that Trout, this one was along with it, and I figured, you know what, might as well have a Ted Williams too. Can't go wrong with Ted, so picked that up just for the heck of it. We'll see whether or not I keep it or not. And then in the background, I actually bought 2 of these. One's for a friend of mine, and then mine. Topps Living, Jack Morris. Obviously, number 1, he's a Tiger. Number 2, he is a Hall of Famer, so that is why I bought this card. I think I have I don't have every Hall of Famer yet, but I do have every Tiger card that's come out of the Living set so far, which I think is probably about 8 or 10 of them. Not 100% sure. And then the 68 Topps Game, Bill Freehan. This was actually not the card that I thought it was, or not that I didn't think it was it. I knew what it was, but I was thinking it was a great deal on a different card. And but either which way, super happy to have it. I think I mentioned in a previous video that he's battling some health issues, and I think he's battling with dementia. So things aren't going too well for him. But either which way, super nice card. I do not have any of these cards in any player or any year. I don't know how many years these cards were out, but I do not have any of these cards. So this is my first Topps Game card that I have. And then I mentioned the PSA submission. I'm thinking all of these are going to go. If not, 1 or 2 probably won't, but for the most part, they're all going to go. Starting with the Trammell Molitor 78 rookie. And I'm not looking for 10s. I mean, granted, 10s are nice. You've heard me say that before, but majorities probably won't be 10s. But either which way, it's a Trammell rookie for me. That's all I'm concerned about. And the good old, when I bought that collection back in June, I got the Bill Ripken Era card. always wanted one of these cards, and it just so happened to be in the collection that I bought back in June. So I'm going to send that in for PSA. Another one of my long-term projects is the 06 Topps Tigers team set, graded. So this was also in that collection that I bought. Verlander rookie. I have a few of these. I got the factory set from that year, but I don't want to break my setup. But in this card just so happened to be in it, so I'm going to send that in. Not sure if I'm going to sell or trade this one once it comes back. I'm sure Dodgers Card Guy 35 would love this card. First day production, Clayton Kershaw. I used to collect Clayton. Kind of got away from it since I've known Dodgers Card Guy. All my Dodgers go to him for the most part. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this one. Moving on to the PSA last card of the Hall of Famers, Mike Piazza. I've been looking up this card for a while now, and just didn't want to. I guess I'm kind of cheap, but I didn't want to shell out the money for it. So this will be 10 or whatever it is, $10 I think for this card to be submitted to PSA, and hopefully it comes back a 9 or a 10. It's actually it's a pretty good shape, pretty good condition. And this was also in that collection I bought back in June. These cards I got from the card closet. I showed them a couple weeks ago. If you haven't checked out his channel, I highly recommend you do. But we made a trade, I don't know, a few weeks back now, and he sent me this Yastrzemski card. I told him what I was looking for, and this is one of the ones he sent me, along with these next few. Fergie Jenkins, this is his last card. I'll be sending that in. Pretty good condition. Again, not looking for 10s, but I will be happy with whatever this comes back. My guess is probably at least an 8, I would think. But if not going to worry about it. Griffey Jr., his last card. This was also in that collection I bought. So, see how that one comes back. Looks like the centering might be off just slightly, but again, I'm not worried about it. Excuse me for bumping this camera there. Another one from the card closet. He sent me this Tom Seaver. 87 Topps. One of my favorite sets. I know I've mentioned it before, but it's just crazy to me. Unfortunately, Topps overproduced these years, but 87 was should be just a great set. It is a great set, but value-wise, it should be more, and unfortunately it is just not. I've only seen a few of these on eBay. Alan Trammell's last card, and they've been, I think a couple I saw were PSA 10s, and they wanted like 45 or 50 bucks for them. I'm not expecting a 10 out of this one. It'd be great if it was, but either which way, it's going to be part of my collection. It ain't going anywhere anyway, so especially being a Tiger, so and a Hall of Famer. So we'll see what this one comes back as. If I remember right, going by my list and my history of the team, I believe Anderson won Manager of the Year in '87. So I'm going to get this one PSA'd as well, or graded as well. And I don't remember if I showed this card, but I was looking through a stack of cards earlier today, and it kind of fell out from underneath I think it was stuck to a card. I do not remember finding this card in my collection that I bought, and when it slid out from underneath this other card today, I was like, where in the world did this come from? And it's a 52 Bowman, Fred Hutchinson. Pretty good condition for a 52. And again, I did not know I had this card. This was in that collection that I bought back in June. But I'm going to send this in. Being so old, vintage however you want to call it, to get that PSA'd and verify that it's obviously actually real. I don't have any belief that it's not, but I think it'll just look really cool in a PSA, graded slab. And if you've been watching my channel over the months, you know that I'm collecting, or actually I just started a new project where I'm collecting people that are players that were born in northern Michigan. So I actually had this George Brunette card. I bought this quite a few years back. So I'm going to send that in. I think this one doesn't show his hometown, it just shows where he was currently living, and I think it says Seminole, Oklahoma. Yep. Another George Brunette, excuse me. Send this one in. I think that's about, I'll have like 3 or 4 of, once those 2 come back, I think I'll have 3 of the 5, or I mean like 5 of the 7 or something like that he has. So not a ton more. If you watched my video yesterday, you'll see that I had this Luis Robert sepia. I'm going to send that in. Bought 2 boxes of Topps Chrome blasters, and I had pulled three Robert rookies out of 1 box. This one was out of a previous hanger box I bought earlier this summer. Figure why not have a Luis Robert graded rookie card. Talking about Topps 2020, my personal opinion, I could be completely wrong, but you can actually order these factory sets right now. You can pre-order them, and the way stuff is just going off the shelves at all these stores, and again, this is my opinion. My opinion means nothing but a hill of beans, but I would recommend pre-ordering a factory set just to have one. There's so many rookies in here. I think this card alone is going for like $30 right now. You know, who knows what'll happen, but just with everything going on this year, you know, COVID and baseball sort of playing and people buying stuff left and right, I would highly recommend that you pre-order a set. Just my personal opinion again. Luis Robert Bowman rookie. Actually got a few more cards I need for my Bowman set. I got to figure out which ones I need and try to get those done. I think it's like 5 or 6 cards that I need for my Bowman set for 2020. And if you watched my video earlier this spring, if you remember this Bo Bichette numbered to 50, he's been pretty quiet. I think he's been injured this part of this season so far. But either which way, I'm going to send this one in, see what happens. And straight out the box and into this sleeve back in the springtime when I bought it. So see what happens. And then Jim Leyland did not win Manager of the Year in '87 or anything else as far as I can remember. But hey, it's Jim Leyland, and he's one of my favorite. He is my favorite manager of all time. So I'm just going to send that in just for the heck of it, just to have it. I am kind of giving you a preview here of probably my next video. I actually ventured away from a baseball card a little bit. It's baseball history. I'm super excited to be able to show you guys what I picked up next. So it should be in here, should be picked up or in the mail here probably late this week. Hopefully over next weekend I'll be able to get a video in and show that to you. But I won't give it away anymore, but I'm just super excited to be able to add it to my collection. And it kind of goes along with my Northern Michigan collection of players, hometown type stuff, local history. So with that, I will let you guys go. Thanks for sticking around. Please like and subscribe, and have a good week. Talk to you later. Bye.